Hello, my name is Gleb. These are my friends, Жандәулет, Roma and Айгерим. We'd like to show you our world. My name is Jansulu. I'm a coda, a hearing child of deaf parents. The deaf world and the hearing world are two different worlds. They perceive things differently, and so do we.
Они понимают что-то по-другому, а мы по-другому.
Меня зовут.
My name is Aidana. I'm a sign language interpreter. I've known sign language since childhood. My mother taught me.
Мама.
Deaf and hard of hearing people are truly unique. They're incredibly kind. To me, their world seems even more colorful than the hearing world.
Нежели для слышащих людей.
Many people think deaf people cannot speak. They can. Deaf and hard of hearing people are able to speak. Their voices simply sound a little different. My mother's voice has always been unique. She would often tell me, no. People often ask me how I learned sign language. Honestly, I don't know. I don't remember. It's like asking a hearing person, how did you learn to speak? You don't remember that either.
Расскажет мой коллега, Тамерлан ли у вас?
Казахстан один из лидеров в мире.
У них есть жесты,
There are signs that have no exact spoken equivalent.
например, говорящему человеку,
Sometimes I can't translate a sign with just one word.
какой жест он показал. Я могу просто объяснить.
I have to explain its meaning because there's simply no exact spoken equivalent.
Не бывает, бывает, что нету таких жестов.
Hello, my name is Aygirim. I'm 14 years old. I play sports. I compete in badminton and track and field. Hello, my name is Жандәулет. I play sports. I compete in judo and track and field. Hi, my name is Roma. I'm 13 years old. I enjoy playing badminton. We're in the workshop now. This is where we work with wood.
Обязательно, когда
Whenever my parents needed help, at the hospital, at a clinic, or anywhere else, I was always there to interpret for them.
ходила, всегда помогала переводить.
Каникулы. Все мы девочки.
During school holidays, while other kids were outside playing, my mom would watch her favorite TV series. She'd call me from the balcony and I'd sit beside her, interpreting the entire episode for 45 minutes.
Садись. И 45 минут я сижу, перевожу. Мамин фильм.
Мама, открой. Обещьте. Вот. Высоки.
I never imagined my daughter would become a sign language interpreter. I was surprised when she chose this path. She began helping other deaf people and performing in theater. To this day, I watch her step onto the stage with admiration. It fills me with joy every time I see her perform. Other deaf people often come up to me and ask, "Is that your daughter on stage?" They always praise her. At moments like that, I feel so proud of her, so very proud.
Честно скажу, что я очень...
To be honest, when I was a teenager, I felt embarrassed signing with my mother in public. People on buses or at bus stops would always stare at us. My mother was very expressive when she signed, and I felt uncomfortable.
Мама еще так очень жестикулирует. И я прям вот так стояла, честно скажу, ну я маленькая, ну сколько мне было лет? 15?
I was only 15 or 16. Some people assumed I was deaf too. They would make rude comments about us, thinking I couldn't hear them.
Вот так вот еще прям грубо могли сказать. Думали, что я тоже глухая, и могли, ну, обсуждать нас с мамой. И я это все слышала, и мне, честно...
But I heard everything. It really hurt. That's why I often asked my mom, "Let's talk when we get home." She would get upset and ask, "Are you ashamed of sign language? Are you ashamed of me because I'm deaf?" I would say, "No, Mom, I understand. I just feel a little uncomfortable."
Язык, что ты стесняешься меня, мама, я глухая, я такая. Я говорю, нет, я понимаю, но мне чуть-чуть неудобно.
Not long ago, my father asked me, "What does your voice sound like?" And I couldn't answer.
Звучит твой голос. Я не смогла объяснить. А как я объясню? Я сказала, ну, вроде нормально.
How do you describe your own voice to someone who has never heard one? I simply said, "I guess it sounds ordinary." Then he asked, "What do people say about your voice? Is it harsh, gentle, soft?" Again, I answered, "I suppose it's just an ordinary voice." At that moment, I realized I couldn't explain what my own voice sounds like to someone who has never heard it. And that made me feel a little sad.
Мне прям тогда было, конечно, чуть-чуть грустно.
The play The Miracle Worker begins in 10 minutes. I perform as the sign language interpreter.
Я играю роль переводчика жестового языка. Пойдемте посмотрим.
А песни жестовые я...
I started interpreting songs into sign language many years ago. One day we were cleaning the house. My mom had bought us a computer and a subwoofer. Every summer my sister and I would turn the music up loud and dance. My mom would dance with us too. Deaf and hard of hearing people can feel rhythm through vibrations. As the song played, I began interpreting the lyrics into sign language. She watched me the entire time. When the song ended, she asked, "Are those really the lyrics?" I said yes. She smiled and said, "How beautiful. It's about love."
На жестовый язык песни. О чем там говорилось, я жестами. Мама на меня смотрит, песня закончится. Мама говорит, это вот в песне такие слова. Я говорю, да. Она говорит, интересно, про любовь.
Let me explain the rules. You'll be interpreting. You can play one-on-one or in pairs. Now we'll show you how our athletes train and compete. Let's go.
В детстве, когда мне
When I was about 8 or 9 years old, I told my parents I would never become a sign language interpreter.
девочкам, я родителям всегда...
I wanted to work in a completely different field. But as I grew older, I realized this is my calling.
Со временем я поняла, что это моя жизнь. Я рада, что...
I'm happy that I can help people. Through my work, people with hearing loss can understand the news, stay informed, and know what's happening in the world around them.
Слуха понимали, слышали новости, видели, узнавали, что сейчас у нас происходит в мире.
Вот среднее ухо у него что защищает?
Про Глеба мы узнали, когда ему было 2
We learned about Gleb's hearing loss when he was 2 years and 9 months old. It was a huge shock. The doctors told us he needed cochlear implant surgery. It was fully covered by the government. Of course, we agreed. We could never have afforded such an expensive operation ourselves. Years ago, opportunities like these were rare. The same was in sports.
Что когда соревнования проводятся, там было мало спортсменов.
Competitions attracted only a handful of athletes. Today, participation has grown tremendously. I'm very happy to see sports becoming more accessible.
Спорта, например, разные кружки.
Schools now offer a wide range of activities, and coaches even visit schools to recruit children. At first, my son wasn't sure. He kept saying, "I can't do it." But after just one training session, he was hooked. Now he's been practicing freestyle wrestling for 3 years. His coach is hard of hearing too, and they understand each other perfectly.
На одной волне.
I believe it's my responsibility to create equal opportunities for people with disabilities. I spoke about this during my election campaign. I want to become a makeup artist and a nail technician. Not long ago, I convinced my mom and my aunt to let me pretend I was a makeup artist. I love making women look beautiful. At first, they didn't want to, but eventually they agreed. I did their makeup, and from that moment on, I fell in love with it even more.
Я хочу, чтобы любое мероприятие в Казахстане
I want every public event in Kazakhstan to include a sign language interpreter. Right now, I'm the only interpreter in Kazakhstan working in theater productions. When we toured Karaganda, around 80 deaf audience members came to watch the performance. In Temirtau, about 40 people attended. After every performance, people tell us, "Thank you, we loved it. We've never seen anything like this before." They want to experience culture. They want to grow. They want to be part of society.
У меня папа
As long as I can remember, my father has always loved sports, football, hockey, and table tennis. When I started working at a sports club, he became one of my athletes.
начала работать в спортклубе, он стал моим спортсменом. И
Since childhood, I've watched him train tirelessly for every competition. I was always there to support him, seeing him off at the airport before tournaments. Today, my father is proud of me. He sees me standing on stage, interpreting. When I traveled to the Tokyo Olympics, it was the first time a sign language interpreter had been included in national delegation.
потому что в этом Олимпиаде
That had never happened before. And to this day, he proudly tells everyone, "That's my daughter. She went to the Tokyo Olympics."
то, что это моя дочка поехала в Токио.
There are 237,000 registered children with disabilities in Kazakhstan, including 4,576 children with hearing impairments. Kazakhstan is implementing the inclusive policy concept for 2025-2030, introduced by President of Kazakhstan at the 4th meeting of the National Qurultai on March 14, 2025. A total of 1,825 children with hearing impairments attended 22 specialized schools across the country. Thank you for your attention.